Hello, beautiful souls, wherever you are on this phenomenal planet. It is time for Shift Your Thinking Daily. Yes, we are now doing daily on IGTV. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Say hi, say hello, drop a comment down below. Tag, share, repost, let someone know we are doing personal transformation for now 10 minutes of our day. We do it together. Make sure you connect, build, and share on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and where else am I at? Radio, podcast, everywhere. If you are connected, hit the bell. So that way you get post notifications when I upload new episodes. That way you don't miss it. Because guess what? We are now on episode 92. We are really moving forward, and I'm excited about this episode here. All right, settle down. I whole lot of energy. I get hyped. All right, continuing our series from Dean Del Sesto, Shift Your Thinking, 200 Ways to Improve Our Life. And you guessed it, there are 200 ways in this book, which means we'll be covering a total of 200 episodes as part of the Shift Your Thinking series. So welcome again. Great having you. How are you? All right, I'm in the section, if you're following along, I'm in the section called Each Day is Better Dealt With Within the Confines of Itself. So episode 92, I'm calling it Do It Now. This resonates all with me, especially because I have my journal here and I've got a nice to-do of things, and I almost got frustrated because I didn't do one thing that was major. I just got it done and now I feel all better, and I said, great, time for daily Shift Your Thinking. The deal of the day is to always deal in the day. People who live a discounted life filled with more downs than ups are usually suffering from a mental warehouse overflowing with a buildup of things that have not been dealt with. Know anyone? Right? Press 1 if that's you. Press 1 if you've been there. Drop 1 down in the comments down below. You've been in there feeling overwhelmed because you've got a buildup of things that you have not dealt with? Yeah, I've been there. I'm actually doing better. I'm very proud of myself. It's alleviating some tension in my shoulder. And so I'm in a great space now. Mercury retrograde is now moving forward, right? All that fun stuff. Remember when Mercury retrograde, everybody's like, oh my God, it's Mercury retrograde. No, it's deal with the stuff that you got going on. A rarely talked about reality is that a life of discontentment is seldom the outcome of a single large event. It is generally the result of daily issues that are left unresolved, causing them to spill over to the next day, onto our mindset and into our attitude. Yeah, that's usually what that's about. If you get up feeling that, it's because you carried over from the day before. Lists are so good. I'm making sure to do the list. Do the list, do it now. The author says, after enough time passes by, they compound into an insurmountable burden that spurs restlessness, anxiety, and stress. The deal with the excessive load once in a while strategy may work occasionally, but while we lived in postponement, that's so funny. Why was that hard for me to say? Postponement and avoidance of daily dealing, we carry on a necessary burden resulting in poor overall life performance. A heavy emotional load that drags us down, even pulls us backwards. Yeah, release the burden. Drop in the comments, release the burden. The real danger, the author says, if we avoid issues for too long, is that they become more difficult to recognize, making them harder to work with. It's funny because I was there last quarter. It was there, that stuff that festers and bubbles and you go, oh my gosh, what's going on? Because then you start to feel every little thing is bothering you, right? Every little thing. And then if you are not in a space where you can self-correct, self-check and go, all right, what's really going on? Like, let's get to the bottom of it. Lisa, what's really going on? And I've done that, and it requires an emotional quotient. We talk about EQ. This is what this platform is about. EQ. EQ will supersede IQ. Emotional quotient will supersede that intelligence quotient. Why? Because being able to read people's emotions and not react, instead respond, makes you that much more and very strategic. My mind want to say powerful. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, it's not a power trip, but put you in a position where not only are you better off for yourself, but then you are better off in dealing with other people in those types of scenarios. One of the key words, shout out to ERGJ for this gem that he's given me lately, where when you're dealing with folks and getting into that right fighter, someone is wanting to confront you or challenge you, and just using the words, I'm okay with that. Yeah, doesn't that feel good? Thank you, ERGJ, for that. I'm okay with that, especially when people are going to do what they're going to do anyway, right? You get wrapped up over what other people are going to do, and so it's like, Lisa, get to that space. What's going on? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm dealing with it, do it now, and I'm okay with that. The author says, add the fact that we're busy contending with the most recent batch of unresolved matters, and it becomes a big pile of horrible. Horrible. This is horrible. It's funny, as I think about those words, I just shared with my son he used a big word today, and he says, Mom, we've been using that word since the first grade. What do you think I am, a 2-year-old? The word he used was difficult, and he was just saying, it's difficult, Mom. Please help. Please help. It's difficult for me. And I completely was celebrating just him expressing that, because I know as an adult, I have challenges with that, possibly because somewhere along my journey, I didn't get the help when I asked for it, so I stopped asking for help. And that's where it's important when we discuss and share something like this about the pile up, right? Because I've got all this to do and I'm carrying the weight of the to do, and instead of, sometimes it will just alleviate some of that burden and the creating the horrible just by delegating. In contrast, he says, to avoidance, the habit of dealing with what comes up in a day within the confines of the day gives us opportunities to deal in smaller, more focused bits that aren't mixed into the confusion of other undone stuff. How do you eat an elephant? My favorite African proverb. I'll answer it when we get to the end. The confidence and skills we gain through this discipline can make whatever comes up in the day have us saying, no big deal, rather than, I just can't deal, with consistency and leverage, CTA. So how do you eat an elephant? African proverb. Drop in the comments. The answer is piece by piece. And that's exactly what we concluded right now, is instead of allowing the things to pile up, let's focus one at a time. So I was able to work on content today. After content, I then went and did the next thing, and then the next thing. And guess what? I literally was drawing a line through each item on my to-do today. And I don't feel overwhelmed. I'm in a great space, and I invite you to do the same. So the CTA for today is deal with it today. Make the list, focus on the small pieces, and deal with what you can get done rather than making yourself feel overwhelmed by what you feel like you cannot do. All right, that's my time, lovies. Great connecting with you today. Again, I will see you tomorrow on episode 93 of Shift Your Thinking.